Listen to the 48 Hours podcast for shocking murder cases and compelling real-life dramas from one of television's most watched true crime shows. Go behind the scenes of each episode with award-winning CBS News correspondents and producers in Postmortem, a weekly deep dive. Listen to 48 Hours wherever you get your podcasts.
Inspired by the life of the savvy and ambitious Colombian businesswoman Griselda Blanco comes a new Netflix original limited series. Griselda tells the story of a devoted mother who, with her lethal blend of charm and relentless savagery, creates one of the most powerful cartels in history. Witness Sofia Vergara's captivating transformation into the godmother of the underworld. Griselda, now streaming only on Netflix.
Pertinent, ABCs. Welcome to the Bare Naked ABCs, where we talk about. Oh, geez. I am so. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. Oh, jeez. Okay.
I think you need some probiotics.
Yeah, it's been a rough night. Anyways, welcome to the Bare Naked ABCs, where we discuss every Bare Naked Lady song from 7 to Y. I honestly, I don't know what's wrong with me tonight. I swear it wasn't me. I think there's a bunch of gassy ninjas behind me somewhere. That's why you can't see them.
It certainly wasn't a silent but deadly like a ninja.
So joining me tonight
is strange in the air.
What would that be? What would be strange in the air and silent but deadly? What else could it be but ninjas?
Strange in the air, isn't that a Phil Collins song? There's something in the air tonight.
Something strange in the air tonight.
It must be those ninjas. It must be those ninjas. A musical.
We're off the rails already.
If we haven't guessed it, my co-hosts tonight for the evening are Heidi and Stefan.
Hello, everybody.
And Heidi, would you like to announce our first guest that we have this evening?
We have a very special guest this evening, someone who has listened to this song many, many, many times and was excited to join us. And this is my son, Noah, who is almost 12. He's got special insight about ninjas and gaseous explosions. So
yeah.
Way to go, Mom. Way to embarrass your kid.
And also joining us tonight for, I think, the 8th appearance at this point are Andrew and Justin. Welcome, gentlemen.
Don't they get a free mug or something on their 8th visit? Is it like Saturday Night Live where like Tom Hanks guest stars so many times? Like you get like a special jacket?
Yeah.
I think
We've been mugging since we got here, actually.
Nice. See, Justin's already got his.
Halfway there.
Well, I'm already halfway there.
We've been mugging since we got here, actually.
I have to do it every.
It's tea.
Manoa's got something, too.
It's tea.
We do everything bigger in our house. Everything.
It's the same size as them.
And if you haven't picked up on the clues, tonight we are talking about the 1 minute long song, The Ninjas, off from Snack Time. If you have never heard this song before, here is a quick snippet.
I woke up this morning and everything was different. Something was strange in the air. I woke up this morning and everything was different. I knew that the ninjas had been there.
So, we don't have a lot of like background stuff to talk about with this song, so why don't I hand it over to you, Heidi, to just kind of start talking about the music?
Sure thing. So it is capoed. It is a capo 5. So it's capoed on 5. And it's an interesting progression because it starts off at like a 1-5-2-5 progression in the first verse. You've got it's not even really, let's see. You've got a verse, and then a chorus. So it's an interesting song structure here because you've got the ninjas choruses follow the verses. But it is capoed at 5. The second verse though is very strange. Actually, I take that back. It's not even really a verse. It's like an A, B, chorus. It's a very confusing form. It's not typical form.
Yeah, it's like chorus, verse.
Verse, chorus. But the first and second verses are very different musically. So the first verse is like a 1-5-2-5 progression. It goes in that, it works around that chord progression. But then in the I looked all around my bedroom underneath the dresser, you've got a whole different, you've got like a minor 3, minor 6, minor 3, minor 2. It like works around this minor thing, which is interesting because musically it makes sense, matching up with the lyrics. And then it goes back into the major with the ninjas are deadly and silent. So it goes back into a major 1-4, actually 1 major 2. It's a messed up. I think they just played around and said, this sounds good. They don't follow traditional progression at all.
Is the weirdness of the structure because like it sounds like a fragment? Like if you doubled this song, it would make sense, right? Because then you've got a verse, and then you've got the I looked underneath the cup. Like that part is the part that leads into the chorus, and then there's a chorus. But then there should be another verse and repeating, but it doesn't do that. It's really like
it really is like but then it kind of slips out silently. So I kind of get what they're doing with the song, but yeah, it is a fragment, which you want for a kid's album. You don't can only hold their attention for so long. You don't want too long of a song. And yeah, Noah's in agreement there.
Are you talking about kids or men in general?
I think both.
It kind of works.
But it does work, Andrew, in a weird way. Like it is fragmented and it's very strange, and it doesn't it's very short, of course, just over a minute long. But it doesn't follow any traditional structure or any traditional chord progressions or anything. But it great works. Song. For some reason, this is one of my favorite songs on the album because it just works. That's Justin, you look perplexed.
Oh no, I'm just listening.
Oh, I was just going to say, because I might be way off. I needed Aaron on this so bad. There's nothing out there. There's no sheet music anywhere. I'm at the piano. I'm at my guitar. I'm trying to figure out exactly what they're doing. Like it was a nightmare trying to figure out the chord progressions here. And I don't even know if I got it right.
You looked underneath the sofa.
I looked all around my office, underneath my desk chair. Yeah, I couldn't find the chords anywhere. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now.
Why? It was going so well.
All right. Well, earlier you mentioned there was no background to this song, and that's technically true. But what there is background to is ninjas, and I would like to evoke the right to talk about ninjas.
Please do.
Can we talk about some ninjas? Okay, good. So as the resident, I feel my bona fides for talking about ninjas are self-explanatory, but we'll get into those in a second. So here's the history of ninjas.
Because the people who are ninjas are not allowed to talk about being ninjas, so that rules Stefan out. I mean, for those who don't.
No, that's Fight Club.
Oh, okay.
That's the first rule of Fight Club.
They're totally allowed. They just choose not to. So, Stefan, you can hold your peace or join in as you please. Stefan being
that would be a first.
Of course.
Don't worry, I'll be over here quiet. You won't even know I'm here.
There he goes. Oh man, He was right there. I could swear he was there. Okay, so ninjas, of course, the original guerrilla warriors, as opposed to the more accepted samurai warriors. Ninjas, when they were active in feudal Japan, considered extremely dishonorable because they were guerrilla warriors. But, of course, they were considered this way by the samurai, who were used to having overwhelming force fighting against anybody except other samurai. So similar to today, where we are a rich nation that has a rich army full of tanks and things, and those bad guerrilla warriors over there that don't have any money, they're not fighting right, which is with a very rich army full of tanks. It's the same thing except for feudal Japan. The ninjas were an underclass of samurai who were fighting back, especially used for espionage. And according to the book Ninja AD by Stephen Turnbull, they could have appeared as early as the 12th century, but they were really at their height in the Sengoku period, which is between 1460 and 1650. These dates are very important because this means that ninjas were contemporaries of and could have met William Shakespeare, Henry VIII, Queen Elizabeth, Martin Luther, Ivan the Terrible. Yeah, join in if anybody wants to. Christopher Columbus and Magellan. Nostradamus. They could have met Vlad III, who we know, of course, as Vlad the Impaler. We could have had ninjas versus Dracula.
That would have been
historically
amazing.
Accurate. Copernicus.
Someone needs to create that film because it could have happened.
That's technically Castlevania.
It's technically Castlevania.
That's technically Castlevania, right, Noah?
Barbarossa. That means pirates versus ninjas. Also historically accurate.
Ooh.
Both Hernan Cortez and Jacques Cartier. Exactly. It's history, folks. Also Suleiman.
So wait, there could have been ninjas in Canada
and are today. Suleiman the Magnificent, one of the rulers, the founder of the Ottoman Empire, one of the great rulers of medieval Turkey. He was the same time as ninjas. We could have had awesome kind of scimitar Arabian Night ninja fighting. That would have been cool. But most importantly, ninjas were contemporaries of Michelangelo, Leonardo, Donatello, and Raphael, the actual guys. The actual painters of Renaissance art were around the same time as ninjas. So, yeah.
That is pretty cool.
The history of ninjas being a thing that we talk about and giggle and wear pajamas like is much more recent and is almost entirely due to canon films in the 80s, particularly a trilogy of films by the martial artist Shokasugi in the 80s, which are Enter the Ninja, Revenge of the Ninja, and Ninja 3, The Domination. And after that, because of basically those movies, it completely blew up, and that took off with like the American Ninja series and Ninja Gaiden, and of course, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which leads to my bona fides, because I used to write for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the comic book, which is why I know a lot about ninjas.
And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles originated from Maine and New Hampshire.
It's true.
I think Noah just fanboyed out a little bit.
Over Shokasugi? I know, right? Enter the Ninja is amazing.
If you ask him really nicely, he'll probably send you a copy of his a signed autographed copy of the issue of the comic that he wrote.
Okay.
Whoa,
wait.
Noah.
How did I not know this and ask for this?
I don't know. I mean, anybody could do it.
This totally could have come up when we were like talking about snack time, but you just didn't bring it up.
I know.
This is on you, buddy.
Yeah.
Knowing about this deserves a drink from the big water bottle.
Oh my gosh! We get a drink from the big water bottle. All right, so that's
nice. He's definitely your son, Heidi.
That's my history of ninjas. What's weird about the song Ninjas, which, like, Snack Time is, like, full disclosure, because I know we're going to rate the song later. Snack Time is just one of my favorite BNL albums. It's so great in the late BNL pre-Steve leaving period. And when Snack Time and Our Me and Our Men came out, it was just really like, yes, like they're figuring it out. You know, they had kind of entered their leather pants phase where it's just, hey guys, we're very serious and adult now. We're writing about serious adult things. We disavow our shorts period. We're wearing leather pants. And suddenly they were like, oh, we're going to be fun again. We're going to write interesting songs. We're going to be allowed to be silly. But of course, so snack time. Is it okay if I'm just rambling here, or am I stepping on anybody's toes? Snack time came out in May of 2008. Steve was gone in less than a year.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what's...
Yeah. This is one of the albums that kicked him out. This is one of the albums that really kind of like drove that final wedge in between all the people in the band.
My wife has an important...
And this is a Stephen Page song.
It is. Like, that's the thing.
It's his lyrics.
He wrote this song, but he hated doing Snack Time. He hated doing Snack Time and Bare Naked for the Holidays because he I've got a quote. They were a lot of fun to do, or Snack Time was a lot of fun to do, but it wasn't my idea. I was just along for the ride. So he wasn't into it.
And you could tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
I
tell.
have a historical correction from my wife, who's a historian. Suleiman the Magnificent did not found the Ottoman Empire. That was Osman in 1299, just before ninjas. But he was still pretty good. She's very happy. It doesn't have much to do with Bare Naked Ladies. But
Andrew, come on. Get your head in the game.
I'm sorry.
We're on.
I messed it up. Anyway, yeah. It's weird because Steve wrote this song and it rocks. And he's on a lot of great songs on Snack Time, but he didn't like making the album. He didn't enjoy anything about this, and then left.
I was just looking it up. In terms of songs that he wrote solo for this album, it's this and Bad Day, and that's it. Like he did a couple of collaborations that you could also tell, I think, were mostly Ed tunes that he threw some stuff into improv. But
and honestly, though, Bad Day and Ninjas are two of my favorite songs on this album. I think, Justin's not agreeing with me, but I love Bad Day.
Oh, I just feel bad that this is what I'm making faces about the whole Steve left.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You're still holding on.
Yeah,
that's right.
But it's too bad because it's that kind of thing where you're trying to create something. You're like, I need to make the great piece of art. And you're thinking about it so much that what comes out isn't very interesting and it's a little warmed over. And then you're like, I don't give a crap about this song about ninjas. And then you make this amazing song about ninjas. That's kind of what happened here.
It's like Harrison Ford in Return of the Jedi. He came back and he's like, I could care less if I'm here. And like, because of that, he just relaxed, loosened up. And like, I think it's one of his best performances because he's just totally cool and relaxed during the whole thing.
Sure, but then he goes and does Regarding Henry, and he's like, here's the Oscar winner. And we're like, oh, guys.
No. I do have a few notes that I would like to say about music, but I don't want to be the first one to kind of jump in. Are there any other people that want to talk about the music? Noah?
So I've noticed something pretty smelly about the song.
Go ahead. I'm glad someone else is coming up on this.
No. Wait. Noah, I'm not following. What are you talking about?
Do you mean like cheese or...
Oh, it could be crumbs of cheese. No, I hear what Andrew's saying.
I'm going to put a disclaimer right now. I did not say anything to him because he's heard this song his whole life. Like, it's been on his playlists and I've played it a lot for him. But I just have not talked with him at all about what he was going to say or what the song is about or anything. So this will be interesting for me.
So in the song, he wakes up, and then there's something in the air. There's something different, and he cannot find anything anywhere that, like, signifies this.
Dust particles. No, I'm sorry. Okay, continue. Sorry.
He's. This is hard to say.
Okay, you can say it.
Oh, okay.
But he, smell or... He notices something in the air.
Mm-hmm.
We're with you.
Would you say it was silent and deadly?
Yeah, so it was silent and deadly, which mostly points to
and it's violent. Whatever it is violent.
It's violent, and it never speaks or like. And
so basically, are you saying that the ninjas is a metaphor for something else?
Yeah, I think it's a metaphor for something smelly.
You can say it. It's okay.
Cloud.
A wet dog.
Fart. That's the type of dog now. A fart.
He got the fart out. Good job. And all right.
That was a long, juicy fart, dude.
Noah is correct.
Yeah.
Does anyone know that is actually true? That is, I will back this up with science. I think Noah is absolutely correct that is where this song originated.
I know that's how you started the intro to this. This is the first time that's ever occurred to me.
Andrew looks really concerned about the fact that this song is about
what?
fart.
Just, I mean, it's a valid reading. Like, what about speaking? What about speaking Japanese or being violent is breaking wind?
Well, I said it started. I think it started. That was the kernel.
But also in the music, did you notice there's like the sound of like a balloon going? Like when you squeeze a balloon, like it's farting.
It was a kazoo.
Yeah, but the Kriegans are famous for that stuff. I mean, that's in other songs. Like in Enid, he's wiping the inside of a drum. I mean, that's
Noah,
normal.
I am glad that you picked up on this because I will be honest. This week, I was going to throw that idea out there as a completely lampooned idea. Have you guys call me crazy?
You're crazy.
And then I actually found proof that backs this up. So during this concert series to back this, they did a bunch of on the tour. They did a bunch of concerts that were at bookstores, but they also went and did Ships and Dips 5. On the Ships and Dips 5 tour, just after they played this song, for no reason whatsoever, Steve and Ed just start talking about farts and how farts are different at Steven's house and Ed's house. And the language they're using is tying it back to the song. You can tell they're referencing something that has just been talked about. And they're talking about how Ed's house farts are like Jerry Lewis in France, and how at Steven's house they're never talked about. They're silent. They leave them alone. They can't bring it up. He's like, there's something wrong with my family because of this. Steve and Ed never just go off randomly for no reason. Their banter is always connected to something, and they bring that up just after this song. I'm like, okay, well that could be coincidence.
Total coincidence.
But
you're crazy. You're crazy. It's wrong.
Do you have the clincher?
Oh my gosh, that was
the clincher.
Nice one. And 2 other concerts that I have in our notes before the song.
Brown notes?
Brown notes. Steven and Ed are talking about how this song has many layers and can be enjoyed in many ways. And that while Steven really enjoys this song most of the time in bed, under the covers, with his children, on the weekends.
That took a different turn there.
Guys, that's Dutch ovening. I am sorry. Steven is Dutch ovening his children, and the way that he says it, you can tell that he's trying to say it in front of these kids without saying it, that they torture each other with farting in their household silently and deadly.
We don't do that at all, do we, Noah? No.
Totally not. We definitely
also on June 4th, 2008, in Steven's blog, he says point blank, "The Ninjas is a song about farts."
Thank you.
That's pretty definitive.
That could be completely taken out of context or misinterpreted. I mean,
I'd say that's an insult to ninjas everywhere.
My guess is that this song started about farts, and they're like, we can't write a song for this album about farts. And they're like, well, in our household, we just call it ninjas. Like, you have a silent and deadly one and walk out of the room. You're a ninja. And they're like, that's where we go with this. And that's when they added the Japanese and all that other stuff and got silly with it.
I admit, I'm disappointed.
Huh.
Well,
isn't that something?
I think Noah's interpretation has legs. I don't know if it's right, even if Steve says that's exactly what it's about.
And what last line that matches up? The last line. If you tear off their mask, they'll be smiling.
I don't understand it.
I'm not going to expound on that because there's a child present, but I don't think I need to.
It's all about pooping and farts in our house. He has an entire song on his playlist called the Fart Song, which goes fart, 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 and Mama Tooted, which is another amazing song in our house. But to kind of further this and convince Andrew and Justin, so think about it this way. So you know how when like
the Canadians
sometimes you fart and you're like, oh, it was the elephant. Oh, there was an elephant under my chair, or and you blame it on things around. A stealthy ninja. Oh, it was the ninja. The ninja just went through. So I could see that being pinning your farting on a ninja. It was the barking spider, or it was that passing ninja. You didn't see him? He's so stealthy.
I don't know what is in your American diet, guys, but
well, as much as you...
The Canadians are offended by this.
Burritos.
It's mostly cabbage.
Yeah.
They do border Mexico, yeah. Well, listen, we're Newfoundlanders. A lot of our food is Irish. And so, sorry, ours are worse. And usually wet. But no, the only thing I was going to say is that the other interpretation I could see, that I saw, because I went into this totally cold. It's been a while since I've heard the Snack Time album. I actually started to read the lyrics when I was listening to it. And I don't know if any of you guys remember the old fairy tale about the elves and the cobbler. Guy goes, Noah, a cobbler is someone who used to make shoes before, we had factories. Anyway,
before they turned it into an actual pie.
Wait.
Cobbler. I love cobbler.
Cobblers are amazing.
It's so tasty.
That's what happens when you ruin a pie. You make a cobbler. But anyway, so long and the short of it is, so there's a story. Elves in the middle of the night would fix this guy's shoes. And then they'd all think that the guy did it instead. And then over the course of time, he meets the elves and it's all fine. Whatever. They make friends and stuff. I read this and I honest to God thought it was about a song about the kid wakes up in the morning and can't find out where all of his stuff is gone. Because, probably when they were at school or asleep, their parents cleaned their room. Now, first of all, speaking as a parent, and Noah, I'm just going to tell you this right now. We're not going to do that for you.
Nope.
That's not happening. Don't get used to this. I saw your mom sneak in the room and steal one of your books. I know, that's different. But I did think that because I was like, if a mom went into the room and put laundry in, or a dad or anybody for that matter, if one of the parents came in and put laundry away, and I wondered why do I have new pajamas every night I go to bed? This is amazing, and I didn't do anything for this to happen. Clean underwear, clean socks, it just magically appears. It must be ninjas. They don't leave a trace. And I looked around my room, my coat was hung up, my book bag was put away. It's what happened? That's
what I
thought
from
that
it too,
could have
Justin.
been an interpretation. Yeah, I thought that could have been a thing.
Yeah, I thought it was just about ninjas a couple minutes ago.
It totally is a thing.
A while ago, originally, I thought it was just about ninjas. Then I found the deeper meaning.
All right. If it's just about ninjas, then why do they vacation in Ireland?
I have a few facts about that. One, Ireland is an ideal spot for a ninja vacation for several reasons. The first and primary one is its smoky, foggy atmosphere, which makes it incredibly easy to vanish. And two, because, in fact, Ireland has a relatively low population of samurai.
Yes. And as a matter and I'll throw in another little fact as well. And I have to look up his name, so bear with me 1 second. But
so they would want a vacation in Ireland to get away from the samurai.
Yes, and as a matter.
Yes. Also, did you know that the Irish Gaelic word for ninja is ninja?
They already know the word, guys. There's also an Irish connection, well, English connection, to the ninja and samurai as well. There was a guy named William. Oh, I'm looking up his name. Help me out here, Bones.
I don't know what you're talking about.
His name. William.
Is his name Willie the Ninja?
There was William Adams. William Adams. He went over. He was some sort of English-Irish person who went over to meet with some of the leadership in Japan to discuss treaties and stuff, and to try and go as some sort of convoy over there. They made a video game about it a little while ago.
Wait a second. Are you just talking about the plot to Ninja Turtles 3?
No. Because that was a terrible film.
It was.
But no, William Adams, William Adams, and he went over to meet with the emperor at the time. And he was one of the few, William Adams, an Irish sailor, Englishman actually, who became a samurai when he was meeting with the leaders in 1600s during the Sengoku period. So they already had familiarity with Ireland. That's why.
They have a lot in common with Ireland. They both love swords. They both hate the English. There's lots of things that ninjas would find nice about Ireland.
They kiss Blarney Stones.
They eat cabbage and fart. There's lots of stuff.
Ninjas versus leprechauns. That's something else that could happen. It'd be really good. Who'd win there?
Except for the pot of gold.
I don't know.
The end of the
Leprechauns
rainbow.
are really short.
Those leprechauns.
I think it would be the ninjas.
Thinking about the lyrics a little more, I'm almost thinking that it's like like mom came in and woke the kid up and crop dusted. Pretty sure that might be what it means. Because mom comes in, I wake up Noah every morning, and then something was strange in the air. Everything was different. I knew that the ninjas had been there, which means he got crop dusted.
Does it?
I looked all around my bedroom. Couldn't find it because mom just totally tooted all over my room.
Well, where's the mom? Let's start with the mom. Where's the mom here?
No, it's because I woke up and everything was different. I knew that the ninjas had been there, which means mom came to wake me up. I woke up and all of a sudden my room smelled like farts because mom crop-dusted my room. I'm just thinking that's duh.
Unless Savannah, our dog, was sleeping in my room.
Oh, maybe it could be the dog. We can blame it on the dog.
I mean, we could apply this to any song. Brian Wilson could be all about farts. Maybe I farted in the record store in the late night. That's what that song is about too. I farted on Dr. Landy. It all works.
You always put it on dogs.
It works.
There you go, right? Disc 1. I'm farting on the disc. That's all it's about.
No.
Our dog does have some pretty smelly farts. I'll say that for a fact.
Maybe I have a box set of farts.
Noah?
Oh my gosh. I just thought about the last line again.
Did you finally get what I was saying earlier?
If you tear off their masks, they'll be smiling. Is that a reference to if you take their pants off, it looks like a butt looks like a smiling face?
Good grief, guys.
You got it.
What I was thinking.
That's my boy.
I like his
kind of looks like
candor.
a smiley face because you've got a smiley face.
A butt doesn't look like a smiley face.
Yes, it does. I'm not gonna moon you, but
there's no
yeah.
part of a there's no eyes.
All right, guys, let me show you.
No, please.
I don't.
Now, Noah, listen. This is a safe space. You blink once if Mama's farting a bunch in your room, buddy. That's a whole bunch of blinks, and they're all single blinks.
We saw her sneak in there earlier.
I don't know. You know what? Stephen Page needs to come on the show and explain exactly if this. But you know what? Knowing Steve, I bet you like this is very true. And farts in some houses are big games. Like, Dad, pull my finger. Like, oh, blame the dog. Like, it's a ritual. Am I right, Noah? Like, you and Dada think farting is funny. Like, it's just a funny thing. So I can see Steven thinking it's really hilarious with his kids.
But I mean, you said that he wrote about it, right?
You guys cannot tell me. I am the only woman in this room, and you didn't have these fart games. Do you have like fart games with your kids?
We have fart sports.
No.
We have.
We're just a gross.
Oh no, my
family,
wife does
Noah.
it. I'm
okay,
just
now we know.
I'm the straight one in the family. I have to be the I have to be the one that's like
throwing
no.
the wife under the bus.
Oh yeah,
not good.
She doesn't listen.
Well, you should not have said that. Well, here's the thing, Heidi. It's like you intend on seeing Steven in February, correct? Yeah, just ask him.
Yeah, I'll just ask him.
Is this song about farts?
Wait, like, you said he wrote about it. Like, we already know that's, if he wrote about it, then that's just it, right?
Yeah, he wrote it in his blog that it's a song about farts. So
yeah, so
and Ed was saying that in his family, like, they love it is a game, like they love to get each other and like really like point out when they're farting. And Steve's house is done silently, and they're just quiet about it, and it's not talked about. But that doesn't mean it's not gamey.
Too on a kids album. On a kids album, ninjas are fun and farts are funny.
So,
there are lots of songs about farts.
And I have to say, this song on the album is number 2.
Oh, I see what you did there, or what they did there.
What?
This is in reference to Justin's. Like my wife and I, what we would do is, when we farted, and she was notorious for silent ones. I was a lot more audible. But Justin is wearing a shirt with Shaun of the Dead. So what we would always do is, if we farted, we'd say, "Sorry, Shaun." And in reference to, Shaun of the Dead, where Nick Frost's character farts, and he's like, "Sorry, Shaun." It's like, that's okay. He's like, "No, sorry, Shaun." Yeah, exactly. So we would say, "Sorry, Shaun," every time we ripped a fart.
In my house, just so that we
great.
can all get a bit of decorum back in this conversation. Farting is a sport.
We need some decorum.
It is not just something that we throw around willy-nilly to hurt each other. It is like what is like. Well, Noah just put up a picture of like a T-Rex chasing. Like, that's what it is. It's like kill or be killed. It's a hunt in our house. Yes, it's not just So just throwing it around and sneaking into people's rooms. I'm more samurai than ninja about this. It's more of a duel in our house. There are ways to do this. So I don't know about this at all.
Do you have to bow in front of each other before you let it go, or
how do you think they come out? Of course.
Do you take like a glove and you slap the other person across the face? I challenge you to a duel.
No, that's Newberry rules.
A fart duel. I fart in your general direction.
I can't believe this is a podcast.
I have to say, there's nothing more embarrassing than being in the middle of karate, throwing a really good kick and just letting one go at the same time because you can't hold it back. Like, it's really embarrassing.
What's the worst is if you're in school and like teachers will crop dust because they got to let it out eventually, and you're walking around like the classroom and just letting it go. Sorry, Andrew.
What's even worse is in yoga.
Oh,
All right, I've degenerated us far enough down this path.
Well, you're degenerate, Tracy.
Do you guys have anything musically you'd like to talk about this song?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead, Justin.
It's a small thing. In their recorded version of this song, in the second version of the chorus, the second time they repeat the chorus, somebody is whispering over Steve singing, like adding kind of a layer there to it. I think throughout the whole song, there was an opportunity for them to be like whispering and adding like shinobis instead of the doo-doo-doos or something. So like going shinobi in the background. I thought that would be fun.
Yeah, the ninjas join in for the last lyric.
That's
I like
it.
that.
That's like, I was listening to it earlier and I was literally straining to hear if somebody was doing that in the background because I thought it would be really fun.
Are they just whispering the lyrics of the song?
Yeah, but I think it's a miss.
Yeah.
Oh no, I like what they're doing, but I still feel like during some of the doop-to-doos or something, they could have been like, Shinobi. Would have been fun. Just throw it in there.
I think this song is really catchy. Like, it grabs you right off first note. Like, the way that it comes down immediately into that high pitch, high rate, and just hits you immediately and keeps going.
Like square in the face.
Yeah.
Like a blast of hot air.
I was not going there.
Like right in the mouth, and it leaves an
Oh my
aftertaste.
gosh. You were, Tracy, admit it. I was going to say, in keeping with what you're saying, it reminds me a lot of their first album, the playfulness. It really throws back to that. Even just his silly use of rhyming, like the Japanese do whatever they please and Vacation in Ireland, it felt a little If I Had $1 Million-ish. You know, just throwing out weird rhymes towards the end and stuff. Like, maybe we'll put a little time version there somewhere.
And a lot of Snack Time is If I Had $1 Million. Like they really just recreate If I Had $1 Million on a.
And I like that playfulness coming out.
Yeah, I do too. Which is why it got all our hopes up, and then Steve left.
That's Steve.
Yeah, I thought they were going in such a great direction, and
yeah, they were going in one direction.
Leather pants.
I also, one thing I do hate about the song, there is a trouble with Tracy.
What's the trouble with Tracy? Tracy?
Why do they have to use the fake trumpets? Please use real trumpets for the song. Oh my gosh, it was a missed opportunity.
They've used such great trumpet players in the past on other things, so yeah.
Yeah, this is,
and they used them on later on the album. Like,
yeah, it's kind of a it's my problem ? With Kevin Hearn, who I really love. Kevin is amazing, and he's a delightful soul. But
yes,
in addition to generally his musical genius that he brought to the band, the way he tilted the band's sound was towards sampling, like digital sampling. And so occasionally, and in previous songs before this, even really great songs like It's Only Me or whatever, like occasionally it'll tilt into, this is just a keyboard that's going on that's kind of like trying to be a little, it's like when somebody intentionally makes a bad movie, like he's intentionally trying to make a bad sound. And
like George Lucas redoing 4, 5, and 6 with computer generated graphics so they can gear up for 1, 2, and 3, right?
What do you think about that?
Yeah,
I mean more like Kung Pao into the fist or something like that. Like when somebody's like, hey, it's a B movie, everybody, and it doesn't really work.
But I think that the reason why Kevin sampled that particular keyboard sound is because it sounds like farts.
Well, right.
It's got that
beep,
beep, beep, beep. It's got that sound. It's not quite a trumpet, I don't think, but I think it was meant to mimic that kind of balloon squeeze sound, like that.
Jim and his brother would have used a real balloon.
Which I like it when they do it for the sound effect, when they're doing it for that, like, that little funny thing in there. But when it's the whole, like, when that's all he's playing for the notes, it gets on my nerves a little bit. I have to, especially on like the 50th listen. like it just starts to grate a little bit. But it's the only part of the song that I'm like, oh goodness gracious, no. The drums, however, like are amazing. They're like, so Tyler is doing this really simple thing throughout the whole song, but at the 13-second mark, he has this drum fill that goes on for 5 seconds in between verse 1 and verse 2, where I'm like, oh my God, how long is he going to keep going? And he just seems to keep going with it.
I woke up this morning and everything was different. I knew that the ninjas had been there. I looked all around my bedroom.
I would agree.
Yeah, I just barely listened to it again just to catch that fill and see. And you're right. Like it almost hangs too long. So he doesn't come right in on the beat. Like it's he fits a lot into
that little
a period of time. He shouldn't have that much. Like, I don't know. It's very interesting. It was like Tyler was like, I need a moment in there. I need a moment.
In the 60-second song, he gets his 4 seconds.
It's 1:06. So
yes.
6 seconds.
That's because he took that 6
anything
seconds to do the drum fill.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Well, he does the same thing in Enid, so.
Oh yeah, that's true.
One of my favorite parts of the original video where they look at him for the drum solo and he's there holding a sandwich.
The hoagie.
Favorite.
So the other thing...
sorry.
Go ahead. Nope, go right ahead.
I was going to say, hey, Noah, so why do you think that it's like they speak Japanese, they do whatever they please?
I think it's like supposed to be a filler. Like he thinks it's actually ninjas, but like
ninjas will just fart all over because they can.
Maybe, or no, maybe it's maybe he doesn't know that it's a fart, but like he thinks it's actually ninjas and is talking about them.
Hit their gas bomb?
Maybe.
They have smoke pellets that have smells.
I mean, I guess you're right. Deadly and silent, unspeakably violent. They speak Japanese. They do whatever they please. And if you tear off their masks, they'll be smiling. We know if you tear off their masks, it's their butt.
Maybe it's like the fart has its own language.
The language of farts.
Okay.
Farts actually speak Japanese. We have just never translated.
It's very fair.
It's confirmed.
So if farts could speak, okay, that's my next book. If farts could speak, I'm gonna write it.
Japanese with subtitles.
They'd be talking a lot of crap.
Nice.
Oh.
That one might be edited out.
Yeah, that one's got to stay in. You can't let them all out.
Hopefully not for too long. We'll explode.
Oh, man. Hope it doesn't become a shark. Oh. Okay, no one knows what that means.
So Heidi, no one has mentioned this yet, but the song ends on this one note that doesn't match with the whole rest of the song. I don't.
They speak Japanese, they do whatever they please, and if you tear off their masks, they'll be smiling.
No, because it ends on a minor. It ends on a minor chord, and it just kind of goes out. It's not on the root chord. It's on a minor 5, which is very strange. You never get, like, 5 is always a primary chord. It's always a major chord if you're in a major key. But this doesn't follow any typical protocol at all for song analysis, for harmonic analysis. So it ends on this. Tear off their mask, they're smiling. It just ends on this like weird note within the chord of C minor. But how to describe it? When I'm listening to it, it gives almost this kind of mysterious feel to that song when they come down on that note like that.
which works for this song. I've never thought it didn't work, but it's just an odd note to hit.
I feel like it
very
matches
upbeat
the
song.
Ninjas theme because like it is very mysterious and they've vanished, especially since the Ninjas joined in for the last chorus. But it's also a song that's kind of only half a song, so like you might as well end it on like this chord is kind of. It sounds like a transitional chord. Like this is the kind of chord that ends the scene of like an 80s TV show where it like somebody's like, but somebody's moved the body. And then that chord happens and it zooms in on Jessica Fletcher's face and she's like,
it's like Law and Order.
And it cuts. Yeah. You know, so like it's just like we only wrote half a song. Oh well, zing, and then they're on to the next. And
but it also leaves that whole like it could come back again, like so it's like it doesn't go home, so it's never finished. So you're gonna get blasted again at some point. So
yeah,
yeah, I agree with you on that, Andrew. That was
I'm a repeat blaster.
On that note, let's jump over to ratings.
Ratings.
So, for those of us who are that don't know our system, we vote from 0 to 5 on a random rating scale every week. 5 is the most excellent song you've ever heard, would be on your island playlist. 0 is you wish that Thanos had snapped it into inexistence. So, I'm going to go directly over to Andrew. Andrew, how many ninjas do you give this song?
I have complicated feelings. I feel like this is the first time that recording this podcast has kind of ruined the song for me. So
oh no.
So I came in here fully ready to give this like a 4. I really loved this song. And I think it's really fun and I really love Snack Time, but as it's like this whole fart thing, I guess it's like I don't know, a 2.5 or a 3. That's
oh my gosh! Oh, I am so sorry.
Oh no, that's so sad.
Yeah. We have killed the song for Justin. I mean, for Andrew.
I stand by the fact that it's still an interpretation.
I feel so bad now, Andrew. It's kind of like finding out, that. Like things don't exist.
Yeah, it's
pretty
lame.
Are you trying to say that Mjolnir does not exist?
Like my farts.
What?
Yeah, I'm trying to say that Tracy does
Mjolnir.
not exist.
Oh man,
that Mjolnir does not exist, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Mew Mew is false.
I'm trying to say, like Disney princesses aren't real.
I like Princess Di. You
know,
take that back.
Wait, she's not a Disney princess. Or, things that are in movies. Like, there is no real Jabba the Hutt.
Like telling...
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
A 4-year-old that the Tooth Fairy isn't real or something.
Exactly. Thank you.
Right. So we ruined the bathroom for Andrew forever.
Oh man.
But I was just going with a poop reference. Okay, good. Okay.
Justin, have we ruined the bathroom for you?
Bathroom? No, it's just this song. The bathroom is
I
fine.
can ruin the bathroom fine just by myself, thank you. No, I still like this song. It's fine. And I also just like the layered interpretations that we can give it. Like to actually look into the fact that there's a lot of history to this song, to talk about William I said his name wrong again, but Adams, and how ninjas are connected to Ireland. How we could look at this song and understand more about how ninjas could be in your bedroom at any time, stalking you. But anyway, I still think it's a goofy and fun song. I'm going to give it 3.5. It's not my favorite, but 3.5.
That's good.
All right. Well, I think before we go to the cast, I think we have to go with our other guest. Noah, how many ninjas do you give this song?
I would give it a 4 out of 5. The song is pretty good itself. The deeper meaning is I am 11 or 12. It is funny.
Wait, you don't know your own age?
Hey, it's been a rough year. Give him a hard time.
Almost, all right?
No, he's going to be 12 in 2 weeks, so.
There you go.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
By the time this episode comes out,
Yeah.
he will be 12.
Yay!
Cool.
Fair.
Hopefully your mom doesn't give you a fart for your birthday.
Uh-oh. Am I just gonna get like a really, really smelly box?
I'll wrap it up with a bow.
A fart in a box?
Or in a box?
Sorry, Andrew.
Never be expecting
So
it.
you're giving it 4 out of 5 now?
Yeah, I'd be giving it a 4 out of 5. I like the song. The deeper meaning is pretty funny.
I'm
To
used
me,
it
at
now.
least. It's a pretty good song. And I've been listening to it for a while now.
Like 12 years.
Bringing him up right. That's right.
I was just going to say,
Well, that's-
I'm
yeah.
doing a good job.
Okay, so now go get off this podcast and go to bed.
Oh,
Thank you so much for joining us, Noah.
Thanks, buddy. It's 8
bye.
minutes past your bedtime,
Wow.
so you need to go to bed now. But come down and say goodnight.
Uh-huh.
Whoa.
Bye.
Thanks, Noah.
Yeah, just make
What
sure your
a
mom isn't
tyrant.
ranked.
Oh.
Sorry about mom pulling
Hey,
rank.
thank you guys.
Nice having you, bud.
Nice
Hey,
having
buddy.
you, Noah.
Thanks, Noah. Have fun. He's going to be peeing so much with that water bottle.
Heidi, before he gets downstairs, do you want to give us your ranking?
I like this song so much. Snack Time is dear to my heart because, again, Noah, I think he was just born a year after Snack Time came out. So it became part of his little kingdom. And so
That's awesome. It's so cool, like, just to sorry to interrupt, but to get a kid's perspective on a kid's album, because it is a kid's album, so it's cool that kids are listening to it and enjoying it.
And I mean, he's a big fan, like he loves the eclectic stuff. So he's a big Weird Al fan, he's a big They Might Be Giants fan, and he's a big BNL fan, as we should be raising our children. Superheroes, the whole 9 yards. Speaking of which, I've got to send him your but
Right.
I think
Night,
that
Noah.
because this was such I sang this all the time. I would wake him up with it. Like, it's just one of those songs that's dear to my heart, and silly.
Yeah.
And silly is so fun.
You wake him up with the drive-by.
Yeah, that's what I did too. I did. And so I'm going to give this is a high one for me. So this is yeah, it is. I mean, it's no like traditional Brian Wilson, but I have to take it separately. I have to take it a little separately, but it's better than Night Photographs. So I'm gonna give it a 4.6 for the children's album. I love it that much. I think it's fun, it's silly, and I've been a teacher and working with kids. This just feeds into my inner child so much. So yeah, it's big for me.
Stefan, Mr.
Wow.
Ninja.
Well, you can see from the expression of my face, I really like this song. And it starts off like just full on, with its instrumental and singing, and Steve is great. We were talking about how Steve left the band after this, and for me, Steve in the band is BNL. That's the way it is. I think it's changed quite a bit since then, but they're trying to hang on and do whatever they need to do, and they're still cranking out albums, so good for them. But for me, I like this song. There's a number of different songs I like from this album. I think one of my highest ranking ones was Humongous Tree, I think. Something like that. Tracy could look
That's
that
what I'm
up,
trying to do. Yep.
See what I've ranked. Yeah, do it! Yeah, so I think it's cool. I didn't know I didn't know it was about gaseous anomalies, I thought I was on the same page with Justin when it comes to, mom coming in and cleaning up the room and then disappearing.
Thank you.
Like a bunch of elves. And that's what I thought, and I thought it was funny. And this makes it just as funny because, farts are funny, I guess, to some people. Some people, they're not so funny. So, but I really like this song. And I was just re-listening to it on as everybody was giving their own rankings, and I can totally hear that drum like he's Animal from the Muppets just going berserk on the drums.
Which is how you like your Tyler,
yeah. Yeah.
Just pounding away. It's pretty funny. What am I doing?
You're supposed to be ranking the ninjas.
Oh, rankings. There we go. Wow. I've been huffing too many fumes. So I'm going to have to go with a solid 4 ninjas with this because I think it's good. And it's like the music is good. And like Heidi was saying, it's like somehow it works. It works. It's kind of all over the place. Like they have, like every song from Snack Time, they're like, let's just, see what comes up and let's do random stuff with this. It's their opportunity to patch together whatever wild harebrained ideas that they've ever had and like throw it into an album and be like, yeah, there we go. I thought it was great. So there you go.
All right. Well, that leaves that. Before we get to my rankings, why don't we throw it over to the other 2 kids that always rank our snack time songs? Ben and Bella, what do you think about this song? Okay, Ben, so what did you think about the ninjas?
I think it was really funny, and there was nothing I really didn't like, but it could be better, I guess.
Okay, what could be better about it?
I don't know.
Okay, so what were the things about it that you enjoyed?
The humor.
The humor, okay. So, Ben, how many ninjas would you give this song?
4.5.
4.5 ninjas. Thank you, Ben.
You're welcome.
And Ben, what did you think about the other meaning of this song?
That's what I said was funny about it. That's what I meant.
Oh, so that was the funny part, not the ninjas part.
Yes.
Did you know it also means that the parents come into the room in the middle of the night and clean the room for the kids, and that's why they think the ninjas have been there?
If you ever do that, you will pay.
Okay, Bella, so tell me what you think about the ninjas.
Well, I love how it's about farting.
Okay, explain.
Well, for one, I like farting, so.
Okay, so what is it that you like about the song other than the fact that it's about farting?
Well, I like how it changed from farting to about something else.
What was it about before you thought it was about farting?
Ninjas that come to kill
Yeah?
you. Yes.
Hold on. Did you know it was about parents that come into the bedroom and silently clean up their kid's bedroom, and the kids are like, oh, the ninjas have been here.
Really? You would do that for
me? No, not
Aww. Darn it.
So 0 to 5, how many ninjas
5.
do you get? Okay, that was a very quick answer. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
You too, Daddy.
Well, Tracy, I think I really like it.
Why do you think my son's voice is deeper than mine?
Oh, no, that was Bella.
Oh, God. Nicely done. Nicely done.
Oh, my gosh. We got to get our boys together, though, Tracy.
Yes.
Seriously. They're about the same age, aren't they?
They are.
They're 11?
And this was the album, like, it had just come out, and this was the album that I played continuously for Ben, and then even for Bella later on when she was born. Whenever we were in the car, especially over my son, because he had colic. So, we were going anywhere, I'd just crank it a little bit louder than him.
I hop in here just to say, as much as I never had the opportunity to play this album for any of my kids, even though I had it, and I'm a little embarrassed to say that, but it was because I was too busy singing them David Bowie as lullabies.
Okay, well,
and
you get a pass.
And on top of that, as a dad pass as well, nothing makes your heart grow fonder than you're driving home after picking your kid up from Girl Guides, and she starts singing along to Dare to Be Stupid without any help.
Yep, that is a proud moment right there.
Yeah, like she got the Weird Al, and I was just holding it together.
My son listens to Weird Al on repetition, and when I say that, I'm not joking. He literally would listen to the same song, like I Want a New Duck, literally 10 to 20 times.
That's classic.
For Noah, it's Albuquerque.
It's classic until you've heard it the 20th time, and then it does wear on you. This song doesn't wear on me as much, though. I really love the upbeatness of this song. It is so much fun. It always has been. I think it's absolutely hilarious that the two songs that Steven made on this album are about depression and ninjas. Like, just nice random things.
All of Steve's songs are about depression. I mean,
well, yes, but on a kid's album.
And I say this, maybe now Andrew and I will go back later and see if they're all about flatulence too.
That's right. And you know what? I've always loved this song, and I agree with you, Andrew. Like until this week, so that's like what 15 years or more, almost at this point. That I always thought it was about going around and a parent cleaning up the room when the kids were in the room as well, and they woke up and look, it's clean. And then I saw this week, and for me, it actually made it better. I like the subterfuge of Steven going, I gotta write a song about farting. Wait, it's a kid's. How can I do this and put it on a kid's album and write about farting? Like, that is just, to me, that's wonderful. Like, he found a way to do it, and no one knew for how many years. So I didn't know for almost 13 years. Like, that's pretty amazing. So
I gotta say, I'm impressed with my son, who maybe his sixth grade English class is like doing some deeper thinking into lyrics, but I had no idea he was going to come up with that himself.
Out of the mouths of babes.
I can't wait till he reads
Lord. What we don't see sometimes. So.
I can't wait till he reads Lord of the Flies. I want to see that paper. What is this book really about, Noah?
Piggy. No.
They smell what we don't see sometimes too.
That is very true. Very true, Justin.
So for that reason, I give it 4.5 ninjas. So I give it Michelangelo, Leonardo, Raphael, Donatello, and I think he's a lesser ninja, Casey Jones.
Fair.
Yeah. He's about half a ninja.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or April. She's a reporter.
Yeah, I don't think she's a ninja in any way, shape, or form.
She's trained by Splinter in the comics.
That's true. That is true.
That's true.
Just getting that out there.
Yeah.
More of a ninja than I am.
You would know. And I like the hilarity of this song. So that's what the appearance is going to be this week also, is just this week. Someone posted, and I love it. It's very pertinent to tonight, that there's an article of a mock history of the band. And the one piece that I picked up on as I was going through it tonight is that, hold on, let me find it here. In 1991, Bare Naked Ladies are forced to remove the line, "If I had $1 million, I'd buy you a lot of D batteries, ninja throwing stars, and hydrochloric acid," from their new song, "If I Had $1 Million," after die-hard fans take up the goofy tradition of throwing those items at the band at concerts.
Nice. They're still dodging mac and cheese.
I love this article. Yeah. But that's better than D
I'm
batteries.
reading some of this right now. Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
How they come to be is amazing. I've loved this whole article,
This is
so
hilarious.
I recommend that everyone go out and read it.
Andy Cregan quits the band to become a gangster rapper. He's never heard from again.
Hey, you don't know they didn't. Andrew?
We just interviewed Andrew.
Yes, we do. We just talked to him a few weeks ago. Andrew and Justin, is there anything you guys would like to plug?
I guess we're going to plug this article. Otherwise, no, you can go listen to Monster Squad Minute. It was great to do, but it's all done, so you can listen to the entire thing for free.
Wherever your podcasts are sold.
Gentlemen, it is always wonderful to have you on the show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Andrew. Thank you, Justin.
Thanks for having us.
Good to see you again.
Guys, as we record this, we are fast approaching Thanksgiving, and what I'm thankful for is that this podcast, I'm thankful for this podcast, to be totally honest. Not only do I get to discuss one of my favorite bands, I get to talk about it with two of my best friends, and this whole thing has introduced me to two new friends, and I'm really glad to discuss these songs with you guys. I've got two music majors. I got a person who hasn't been exposed to a lot of music, but is one of my greatest friends of all times. And I got two people who are deeply into a BNL as much as I am. And I think there's nobody better to do this podcast with. But you know what? Come back next week and see if you agree when we discuss Nobody Better.
Oh, I see what he did there.
Ah, I see what you did there.
Better.
I smell what you were stepping in.
I thought you were going to say, come back next week and see if you agree, because none of these people are going to be here. We got a whole new bunch.
We got a whole new group.
That'd be funny. I have no idea what he's talking about.
We got nobody.
Funny.
Next week, we got nobody.
Nobody does it better.
I got nobody.
I got nobody. I'll be here all week. Tip your waiters.
So thank you for joining us, and come back next week.
I'll be here all week. Tip your waiters.
So I have a question, Heidi.
Yes. I have an answer, Mr. Ninja.
We have a pastime up here. When cows go to sleep, we tip them. So when waiters fall asleep, can you do the same thing? I'm just wondering, because I'd love to go waiter tipping.
Only on a Tuesday. Asking for a friend. Tip your waiters. Only if they're wearing roller skates.
To celebrate joining Pantheon Podcasts, Rock Camp, the podcast, the official podcast of Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp, is giving away a guitar signed by Mike Portnoy of Dream Theater, Marty Friedman, formerly of Megadeth, and legendary shredder Zakk Wylde, plus our rockstar counselors like Vinny Appice, Monty Pittman, and more. To enter to win, simply follow, rate, and review our podcast on your preferred platform, and that's all you have to do. For more information, go to rockcamp.com/podcast.